I remember shooting a message to the kids, lining them up, and I'm like, hey y'all, hey, hey, I know I don't really fuck with y'all, and y'all don't really fuck with me, or whatever it is. Like, this shit is crazy. This shit is nasty. Like, but I just want to shoot y'all a message because I just really want to know, like, y'all, why y'all over there and we over here, and whatever the shit is, and whatever is happening, though. Like, do y'all niggas be feeling bad for the shit that's going on? Like, do y'all be feeling like y'all want to resist it, or that y'all want to fight, or like that y'all might not want to be doing that shit or something? Or is it cool to y'all? Like, y'all just like, well, it's fun. Like, I need to know. I need to know because I gotta make some decisions over here for me and my brother and like my family or these kids or whatever it is. Like, all this shit is happening. No matter what, like, this is what it is. And however they done set us up to where that shit's supposed to be cool, I ain't cool with it. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this at all. I'm too fucking smart. Like, I'm too everything. I'm too all that shit that they hate. Like, and y'all hate it too, but it's just so like, and I feel like Tamika was like, no, Darienne, like, I feel you. Like, I'm a girl. I don't want to be living this hard. I don't want to have to try to fight off my brothers or like be having to like taking so much information and feel like I gotta protect myself from them at home. Like, what do you mean? Like, we walk to school every day. We live in this neighborhood. We know, like, so like, why when I come home or when I go to sleep that like I can't be safe too? That I can't just like be able to dance around and do whatever without like it having to be like goddamn, like when can you check yourself? Oh, you don't have to because your Bible said you don't. Like, you trying to force this shit down my throat. Like, nigga, did you read what you just said to me? Like, and that shit just follow you forever. Like, even if this is what I was doing, why is it a big deal? Like, so what? Why is it so harsh? And you saying the same thing, and you just like, I don't even want to be over here. Like, I don't want to be over here at all. That shit doesn't touch me. Ugh, like, I hate it. Hell yeah, I'm dumping them memories quick. That shit can't go with me. That shit ain't nobody going with me. Why would they go with me? Like, them niggas been treating us like crazy. Like, y'all don't even know the astrology. Like, look at who the fuck we are. Look at what the fuck I created. Like, look at the bank. And I'm trying to tell y'all the whole time, like, how the fuck to treat them. Like, alright, like, they decided they was doing that. They was popping their shit. Like, now they pregnant and now they got babies. Well, alright then. Like, what did you want to be done with you when you was a baby? Like, or now that you be looking back, when you see all the shit we done tapped into, like, as a father, what's your shit? Like, well, there you fix it. Like, figure it out. And from my limited view, being mad when they couldn't figure it out how I felt like it should be figured out from both sides, and being mad at everybody because I'm like, well, I guess, but you making shit unnecessarily hard for him, like, because of your feelings, whatever that mean, and yeah, I guess so, like, they your feelings, like, I ain't gotta tap too much into that, because it ain't my decision, like, I ain't come over there and lay with you, or I ain't come over there and say, oh, this is the one, or I always came in the background, and as a supportive character, like, well, y'all doing this, I can support the best that I can in my own life, like, and like, try to kick it the best as I can. It's like seeing the shit that we ain't have and the shit I would want to possibly have. Like, I'm kind of a blank canvas. Like, nigga, I came in this shit and I'm just like, all right, well, not that, not that, not that. So if I know what it don't look like, I guess that give me a, so none of that. Like, and how far in do I want to get to know that, like, some of that? Because, like, some of that shit be, like, happening. I be hearing all kind of stories, like, so a nigga came in with all loving, like, yum, 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 yum. And then was just like, I want to beat you up. Like, bitch, you want to fight me? What the fuck you want to fight? Like, when did I ever tell you that I wanted to fight you? Like, that I wanted you to hit me, nigga, hit me. Like, anywhere but on my face. Like, so like a punching bag, like, no, nigga, like, even when I want to box, when I want to get some shit out, I know, like, I can throw on some gloves, I can fucking give me a couple, I want to fucking beat somebody up, like, nigga, I got some pent up energy, and I'm just like, for me, it's probably gonna be safer if I put that shit in the gym. Like, oh, these bitches can't wait for me, can't have me coming after them. Like, you know what, Calvin? Like, hey, I need to get my shit back together. I need to pop my shit back. I had to send a message to Calvin to love quick. I'm like, oh, these niggas need a little bit of my love right now. Like, oh, they were trying to get me to burn some shit down. These niggas trying to get me locked up. Hey, love, I know you ain't even in town, but I just got beat down. Like, hey, I just got hit. This bitch came over here and, like, them bitches dumped me. Like, hey, so I need to, like, pick back up on my karate. I need to get back, like, on my boxing. Like, nigga, I need to get in the gym. Like, I need to bust down. Like, oh, these bitches trying to fire up. Like, I can't have no, these niggas keep talking about a gun. You got a gun, nigga. I don't trust nobody right now. Like, I ain't telling y'all niggas shit. Do I got a gun? What the fuck do it matter? Like, do I need one? My little ass. Woo, whatever the fuck I'm breaking down right now. Y'all niggas asking me, you got a gun? These niggas trying to set me up. Do I got a gun? Why? You want me to go get one? You want my ass? Nigga, please. No. Nah. And then I'm like, and even if I do or if I don't, like, why the fuck is you asking me? Like, nigga, you trying to set me up? What the fuck y'all trying to set me up for? Oh, no. Nope, I know myself. Whatever I don't know, what y'all know or don't know. Oh, nigga, this is hot. It is about to get hot. Oh, because these bitches came after me for some reason. Like, oh my goodness. I'm like, these bitches all in my head again. What the fuck they in my head for? Like, why the fuck would a bitch be in my head? I don't talk to no fucking body. Like, why would a bitch be screaming my name? Why would a nigga be putting bread on me? Like, nigga, somebody put a bounty on me. Yeah, I mean, I guess he would have back there. Like, when all that shit happened and y'all coming in telling me that, like, I don't give a fuck what that nigga had popping off. Like, man, that nigga didn't touch me unless he came through there. And if he came through there, like, then, nigga, that's where that shit was. Right there. However they was connected. I want them niggas done in. Because I already said that I was burning all that bitch down. Like, his grandmama, his mama, like, look, girl, you said that nigga sick. No, and he not listening. He not listening. Like, and how terrifying and how, oh my God, that moment, nigga. I said they all gonna die. They all, every last one of them. You don't hear me. You can't feel me. You can't feel that pain. Y'all ain't bust through this wall. Y'all ain't, okay, like the foundation gotta come down. The foundation. This entire motherfucking world, the cold gotta come down. Like, every last piece of that shit gonna crumble. Every last nigga, I said don't motherfucking touch me, and I meant it. I motherfucking meant it. Why would I not mean it? Nigga, like, why would the shit be so hard? Why would it not be a basic nigga? What? Like, no. And I know, like, the fuck you thought it was an opening? Like, I'm like, these niggas is just nasty. They just disgusting. And now I gotta take the hit. Like, I gotta take the hit to see, like, if it caught your bitch ass that the shit was a problem. Like, that, like, something in you, in your blood, in your mind, in your anything was, like, contaminated, motherfucker. Like, okay, I said that, and I said that, and, like, nigga, I gotta pop the beat. What the fuck is you popping on your side? What the fuck is you doing on your side to make you fucking boss up on your goddamn self and say, okay, she said, no, I mean, it ain't even the right time. Like, I shouldn't even be hard. Like, why the fuck can't you have a fucking talk with your nigga on when the fuck to be right? Like, no matter what. Like, she feeling it or she wasn't, and whatever it was, like, it ain't got to be nothing else. Like, nigga, back the fuck up. Like, Y'all niggas don't never know when to back the fuck up. Y'all gotta keep coming. Like, keep coming for what? Like, y'all gotta keep coming over here and, like, employing people to, like, kill our people? Like, what the fuck y'all coming over here for? Like, oh, y'all need some minerals and some chips and shit? Like, go somewhere else. Like, no. If we said no, what the fuck niggas trying to boss up for? Like, this what the fuck y'all proud of? Like, this what y'all sing to y'all holy father, to y'all holy flags, to y'all holy anything? Like, y'all niggas don't know what holy is. Y'all niggas don't know shit. Y'all niggas don't know sacred. Like, what is your intentions for you doing anything? What do y'all, like, what rules do y'all abide by? Like, what kind of fucking salutations do you take when you fucking take of anything, or is everything just there? Like, it's there for my consumption. I'll just take it. You like, man, they got one of God's greatest gifts. She the damn swan of everything. And them niggas ain't know how to handle it. They don't know how to have her. They don't know, like, no step of the way. Been so lost away from home. Like, god damn. And she been trying to be like, at least get me here. Like, this ain't even asking much, nigga. They get to do it like how everybody else get to do it. And, like, if they can, if that's what they want to do, nigga, if they want to sit in the cold, in the dark, in the fucking, if they can give all of them money to do that and put all their efforts and shit in that, why can't I have a fucking island, like, with people that's gonna work for me, like, and I can be able to have my beck and call and be able to fucking just not do nothing. Like, why in the fuck wouldn't me and my girls be able to live like that? Like, what the fuck y'all think we want to be in this shit and it be hard? Like, first of all, I don't even think none of us, well, I don't want to be here. I don't know. I don't be trying to make decisions for nobody. I'm like, y'all seem like y'all cool being here. Like, I don't want to be here. And if y'all don't want to be here all the time and y'all want to take time off and go out in the world and explore it with y'all family, because that's the shit y'all like to do, then you can do it. And I popped away how, like, me and my siblings and shit could take our kids, they kids, and we could be popping the damn world in, like, vans and whatever. Like, let's get out of here. Let's go find some shit, create some memories, and leave all that shit behind. Like, them niggas can go out on their own. Like, they can see what we doing. They can get the information, but they can't come with us. Like, yeah, y'all got free too, but go over there. Like, don't come over here. No, we ain't got a lollygag. I don't want to be your friends. Like, I don't want to be your friends at all. Y'all attached to that. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want it. Like, nope. Nope, all that shit. She is the devil. Like, her, them, y'all. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I don't see no benefit. Yep, it ain't no benefit. Nope. None of this shit is a benefit. Like, none of this shit. And then even when I come in and I'm like, hey, I want some information. Like, that's all. Like, I need this information. And, like, it still feel like a damn, like a, why I gotta be so hard? Why I gotta be so difficult? Like, it's just always a story. And none of the stories that I want to hear. And I'm like, oh, I guess I wasn't here. Like, duh, even when I was here, like, we wasn't here. We wasn't supposed to be here. Or, like, I ain't never thought about it was a hideout that I was in, like, protective. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Y'all like, no, what? Protection. Y'all niggas. Y'all, there y'all go lying on them damn words again. Like, oh, like, from the beginning, like, y'all some fucking liars. Like, y'all don't know sacred. Y'all don't know shit. Whatever my granddaddy them left, it don't even matter. Like, whatever they sacrificed, y'all. Oh, y'all thought y'all was worthy. Y'all sacrificed some shit for them. Y'all ain't letting no nigga hit y'all for them. Oh, y'all trying to find out if it's worth it. If it's worth it. Who, me? You want me to tell me that y'all niggas let some niggas do some shit like that to y'all in front of me? And I wasn't gonna come back and clown y'all? Nigga, you better finish that shit all the way off. I don't know why you get the finish to that shit. Like, Y'all niggas got the nut off and nut off and nut off, not over here. Whatever y'all got off, I'ma burn that shit off. Like, burn that shit to the ground. Ain't nobody about to be attached to me but me. Fuck that. If I gotta fucking do some shit in my head, that shit is gonna be in my head and it's gonna be with the finest of the finest. Like, from right here. Hell yeah, they got somebody. I already found them over there. I found his ass. Quick. Somebody gotta come get me out of here. Come get me out of here today. Like, they don't understand me. They don't understand me at all. Oh, no, they can't. Oh, they can't. Like, I've been around this bitch, like, popping my shit across the world, like, on my own dollar. And the crazy part is, I'm just now realizing that, like, yeah, I thought that shit was hard. Like, that shit was hard, but it was gonna happen. Like, man, the universe is gonna bend to me. She can lay on my shoulder while I sit in this bitch. Like, it's a motherfucking mall. Like, that's why they got it over here. It's open all night. And it's a fucking coffee shop. We at the coffee shop until I figure out what's comfortable. Like, all right, well, we already in this bitch. Look, we got a flight. I knew if I sat here long enough, like, it was gonna pop off. I got like $200. It's like, you've been traveling the world with your baby, and you like, anyway it happened, it's gonna happen. We ain't about to go back. Nigga, we just got out. Y'all niggas tried to get me back early. Oh, nigga, I ain't going back. Like, Bird, you good? She like, shit, I'm with you. We ain't gotta go back. I felt the same way. I'm like, damn, go back to what? Like, nigga, I just left yesterday. Just give me a minute. This is what you want, a cracker? Like, this nigga so funny. Oh, Nikki is hilarious. I'm like, she Dexter, she Sherman, she all of them, and they don't even know it. Like, they don't even get to see it. Cause like, she different even when we together, be so many personalities, and she cool in the background. So like, she let everybody get their shine. So like, she feel like she don't really be saying what she want to say. I'm like, oh, they just gotta let her pop off. They just gotta let her. They gotta pop her ass real good, and then they just gotta let her. The hands gotta be on deck. Oh my God, the way she was popping her shit while we was gone, that shit was like, I'm like, oh, they stole something from somebody's fucking graveyard. Like, man, being in Hawaii, how they teach you about life, the circle of life, and how gentle they are, and like so aware, and so, you find out like what sacred really is. And I'm like joking with myself, and I'm going to the people's house like, oh, y'all think this is good? Y'all think this? And then she always like, that shit is terrible. This shit is grass. Like, they fucking shit is nasty and dirty. Like, I don't. And you like, oh, we got our own princess. Like, she will not get her hands dirty. She's like, who over there cooking? I just want to figure out who about to do. Nigga, I'm like, they shit be terrible. Even this shit. I'm like, I went over there and they was like, oh, like, and I be even seeing who in the kitchen. Like, who cooking my shit? Like, oh, okay, like, that's supposed to be a comfortable, that was like, oh, that was a famous, they shit ain't got no flavor. I ordered all this shit, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be good. It tastes like it could be something. I was like, I'm ready to go. We ain't gotta do it. No, this was a waste of my fucking money, and oh well, like, I learned the lesson, like, I want what's up with the cookie? I like my cookies. I like my cookies to be perfect. Hey, you gotta go to Alexis Catering for my shit. Like, yeah, she got my shit together. Like, I like that, I like that, I like that. All that shit is cool for what it is. Like, no, I got my taste is delicate. Like, yeah, I need her for me. Like, this my Sierra Mia, it's my niece. She got the goddamn flavor. Like, she know exactly how I like it, when I like it, how. When I say jump, she be like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. And I ain't even know she got stuff, the other stuff to consider. Even though I'm like, I mean, she doing her shit, but it come natural. Like it's just like she going with the flow of the earth. Like you ain't gotta, you can do this shit your way. Like, hey, I'm gonna take 10 orders. Like I'm feeling creative, and don't nobody get to tell you what. I'm like, well, she can get in the stores and stuff if she want to, if she want to go through all that shit, or like. Nigga, what y'all just tell me what y'all more comfortable with. Like, I keep my house clean. I make my shit right here. Or it make you more comfortable if I'm at a space. Like, and even for her, like, you know what? I just want to get out the house. They got the co-op. Like, you ain't got to pay for that shit. Nope, it's the budget. Like, here it is. Like, you can go over there and then you have no L on your back and you just be popping over there and singing and whatever you want. Like, and you finish your orders and all right, how many days you want to do it? And you ain't even got to put no shit to it. Like, nigga, when I pop up, I pop up. Like, and I'm going to set a schedule. I'll be consistent and, like, you know, but, like, yeah, like, I ain't only going to do 10 of them. Or, like, whatever I feel. Like, my motherfucking menu changed. Like, I like variety. And I'm like, if we going to get her some other shit, like, we going to pop my shit, my niece's business to the world. Like, before I started seeing them doing it, I'm like, I've been shooting business at these. Ooh, they get on my nerves. They gonna put me with some more business illiterate people. Like, nigga, I ain't supposed to be here. I said, fuck it, you ain't gotta do it. I can do it myself. Y'all don't never give me the right damn people at the right time. Like, and now I gotta watch somebody else eat off my, fired. Anybody that said I wanted on my team was fired. I'm finding a new team. Yep. And it's gonna be best if I can just sleep myself amongst them because they gonna be smart like me. And y'all niggas blew the line so many. I deserve all the dick I want. I want it all. Like, it's smart, it's clean, it's established. It's we are our diets and intellects and shit gonna line up. Yeah, and I prefer mine black. Fucking skip my ass around the rainbow. Like, that's my fucking reward. That's my reward. That's my reward. And I don't know how long this shit gonna last, but I want it to be over. And why ain't none of them over here? Like, right now. Who the fuck said that I was supposed to be mediocre? Mediocre? Bitch. Mediocre. I ain't never. These niggas done forgot who I was. Did I need to rewind for them? Like, I've been asking questions. I asked some questions about my fucking brother, me and my brother. Like, I know y'all got us on tape in this bitch. I know y'all got us on tape. We did it. Like, I remember that. I ain't gotta remember nothing else. Like, get me the fucking tape. Why can't I see the tape? Like, y'all even got us all together. At that time, it was video. Like, VHS. Well, if I want to see us live in person from back then, motherfucker, it's my memory. Like, give it to me. Nigga, I want to kick people down the line. Like, oh, I got to come back. I got to come back to it. Like, y'all forgot. I gave niggas years. I gave y'all some years. Maybe y'all was working on somebody's graduation, trying to use their shit to get. I don't know, nigga. Then I come. Oh, your kid's grown, huh? Your kid's grown. Okay, so kid had a whole family and yep, all that shit. Yeah, y'all. And Bashir, you got. Oh, okay, yeah. So y'all get to pop the shit, right? Like, and you be. Yeah, y'all niggas happy. Y'all happy. I don't know if y'all happy or not, but. Y'all portray like this, so motherfucker, we happy. Y'all won't happy on the list. Like, why the fuck I ain't happy? Y'all supposed to be happy, or y'all niggas think this shit is happy for me? Play up. Think I ain't supposed to get on another dick. Whatever damn contracts that was touching my soul and I ain't got nothing to pay. Who trying to talk to me? Nope, chop. Like, don't touch me, don't touch. Nigga, why y'all supposed to get something else? Or supposed to get anything and I ain't got shit? And my brother, like, y'all niggas let some shit happen to him and tried to use something as an excuse. I feel like niggas trying to use me open the door as an excuse. Bitch, don't suck something on. And if you got the reward of having dick at a time when, like, my life was crumbling, well, guess what? That was your motherfucking reward. Like, I'm like, oh, I guess, like, man, if niggas trying to take babies out the sky, well, I guess that would be prime time. Well, she skirted past all y'all asses. Lyrics said they can't have me, dog. My allegiance is her. Who the fuck gonna come in here talking to my mama like that? Like, Oh my gosh, my baby spirit was still in the air. I'm like, baby, I just heard you balled up. Like, it was in the AM like you always did. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the AM. Like, your ass used to be up and you just ball. Like, what is that ball? I don't even know if when I came down to look, I'm like, are you supposed to be balling up on me? Like, that might mean something. Like, but I'm like, cause they say flutters and kicks and stuff, and it don't feel like a flutter. Like, I would expect a butterfly flutter to feel like whatever. And you know, I was tagging it with her. Like, I'm like, and then like, I'm like, so what is this movement? What is it? I'm like, and how can I feel you? I'm like, am I supposed to feel you this early? They say you ain't supposed to feel you. Like, but I'm like, but I feel you. I'm like, but it's a ball. It just feel like like you just clenching up. And I'm like, are you in pain? Are you hurting? Because I've been trying to read and see what they say is wrong with you. And okay, but does it hurt you? And then like maybe her having discovered like what does it mean to be hurt? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I think you would have to decide that. Like, if it's painful or not. Like, I don't know what that would mean for you because I try to make sure that you covered. Like, I know that you automatically covered from stuff, and then like I don't know what else because when I fell, I was like, oh shit, and then I'm like, no, it's stable enough. Like that wouldn't be bad enough to to cause no abortion or no miscarriage, even though it could, like, or to cause no damage, even though it could, because like you in there, like they say you sheltered, but you still like boom. I don't know, understand how sheltered you are. Like, yeah, I'm like I can't figure that part out, so I just gotta like try to be real gentle with you. And I don't remember if she used to like actually talk back, but like I knew that sometimes we was communicating on different levels. Like, and then I'm like, all right, well they say like I can listen to her heartbeat at home, but they say like her heartbeat ain't gonna be working. Like, well I want to get as many listens in as I can. Like, and I would listen to her and Cara and the girls and Kiara would come in and listen. And she was and actually Kiara turned Kalani was the first one that like lyrics showed up to. And they ass was running around the house. Like, she ran her ass through the damn living room when me and Mike was sitting down on the couch, and just like she ran down the stairs and ran through the house, and I was like, what you doing? And she was like, I'm playing with lyrics. And I'm like wondering like what the hell they playing with. I'm like, well ain't nothing in there. And then I'm like, I mean, well, I guess if y'all playing anyway, like the fact that like lyric ain't on this side, whatever rooms y'all making, and what they look like. Is it dark or is it light? Like, who in there? Like, y'all good? Y'all cool? Is it anything to be worried about? Should we come check it in? Like, let me see. And I think I tried to like check in to see like what was happening, like, cause I didn't even realize that like that would have been the thing. Like, lyric would have been coming down to play, and I was like, all right, I guess she would. Like, and I guess she would choose her. That makes sense. Like, that's her gift, and if it's gonna be anybody, I guess she would be the good one for it to be. Like, hey, and whatever. That's as far as it could go for me. Like, I didn't even realize that it had to go another layer simply because like they brought it to my attention. So that meant that it was already to their attention. Like, already by being kids, they was way farther along to me than like I was. And the fact that I was there to where a lot of people around them wasn't, but I thought everybody was, cause like shit, Carter is her mama. Like, Carter told me, so I didn't know what that meant about Carter or how far it go off of like what. And I'm just like, hey, they trying to help, they trying to open me up or something. Like, they want to play in the other realm, and I'm like, nigga, y'all can't touch me like that. Like, nigga, I've been through too much. Like, what the hell y'all talking about? What? I'm like, oh, it's too many words that's triggering, that's coming through this damn tarot. Like, I'm like, and it's not just to the tarot, it's like anywhere. It's like everywhere all of a sudden. Like, these niggas want to rape, they want to kill, they want to murder, they want to like hurt you, and I'm like, what? And then when I seen that shit about it being like, I'm like in the meta, in the 5B, like first of all, I don't really understand that for real. Like I'm like, oh, and then it's like the virtual reality, but I've never done any of the virtual reality stuff, so like I'm like, I don't really understand it. Like, so you want to go, like, all the shit that they be popping, y'all went and got these helmets and, like, connected to something, but what are you connecting to? Like, what's out there? What do you need this for? Like, that it has to be so important to have so many of them. And, like, I don't know. I guess if that's what y'all doing, like, maybe y'all can do some yoga or something. I don't know. And then it was just like, I ain't really got to touch it. Like, I rather go outside. Like, I rather go out in the world and in nature and, like, be able to, I can tap into my own goddamn mind. Like, I don't need that shit. Like, I don't understand what the draw is for any of it. Like, the video games. Like, I used to love the Nintendo, and then everything else to start popping off. And I was like, okay, like, that's enough for me. Like, I don't got to do it, and you can make money off of it. Like, shit, my baby brother, like, he a little wizard, and I'm like, well, pop that shit off. Like, I can help out the best as I can. While you over here right now, you know you only gonna have a limited time. Well, if you over at Pooh Bear's, right? Like, her ass is gonna be ready to kick you out in 2 days. Oh, shit. And I ain't even know that Chanel wanted my brother to come live with me. Like, I need him to live with his sister. Like, she the roughest one of them all. Like, out of all of them, she the fairest, and she like the fucking daddy, she the fucking boss. Like, oh, in my opinion, like, she the most insane. Like, oh my gosh, I'll be like, yeah, go over there and get some of that. Like, and she was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to teach nobody, but I can start here. Always, I'm gonna start off with the basics, like money, education, or like something. Like, it ain't even gotta look like that, nigga. Fuck what they talking about. What you like to do? Like, you can make money out of it here, like, and make sure we can take that shit on the road. Make sure we travel well. Like, I don't want to be stuck. I told my baby brother them I didn't want to be stuck in this bitch forever. I'm like, he ain't get me out yet. Like, ain't none of them got me out. They still like, y'all, all the shit I did, nigga. Like, whatever the fuck. Like, I ain't got no money. Y'all ain't posseed up to be able to get me out this bitch. I told y'all I don't like it. If y'all like it, if y'all gotta be stuck because y'all can't stop having babies and getting stuck in shit, I ain't gotta get stuck in this shit. Hell no, cancel that shit. Cancel that shit like Nino. I ain't Yeah, I'm the auntie. Yep. I'm gonna be the auntie over there. I'm gonna be whatever the fuck I am. I'm out of here. No, okay, yep. That's enough energy. That was enough teaching. That's it. And I'll even bring them along a couple more times. But like, I ain't gotta be committed. I ain't gotta do shit. Nigga, I poured so many seeds and fucking tilt the ground and tilt the land. There's so much shit that wasn't mine that didn't belong to me. Like, nigga, don't nobody get to play on me or play on my name or try to send somebody after me or try to make a point on me or try to prove a lesson or bitch who? Who? For what? Why? Shit don't even make sense to me. I don't understand nothing. I'm like, this bitch over here trying to fight me. Like, first of all, she over here. I didn't even think about the fighting me part. Cause what the fuck somebody trying to fight me for? Talking about my life and telling the truth. Like, bitch, you dirty. You dusty, dirty, like, get the fuck, and whoever y'all bitches belong to, like, I'm gonna figure out some shit. Like, I knew that bitch was trying to take me out underneath her name. Hell no. Nope. What the fuck for? Like, so y'all niggas over there playing in some shit, and you thought you had to drop. Nah, you ain't get the drop on me. Like, you do not get the drop. And that shit came too close to all that other shit. So I'm like, oh, y'all tied up somehow. Just how y'all was down there. I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't never gave a fuck about none of y'all bitches. I don't have to. Like, what I gotta like you for? I don't gotta fucking like you. Who said, them niggas, somebody brought me up here. Like, did I call you up and say, hey, I seen your name? But like, even when I fucking was at a job where I had access to a phone book, did I call your ass, nigga? Hell fuck no. I ain't look you up. I ain't say, hey, I wanna come back, nigga. Even when I did, I was like, well, I can go back that way. Hell yeah, because now it's going to be all kind of potential over here for a while. Like, nigga, that shit going to scare your ass off for a minute. Like, by the time that, nigga, I'm going to boss up one way or another. Nigga, I can get out this bitch. I see him looking. I see his ass looking. What the fuck I'm going to do with it? Like, yeah, you got these niggas and you got you. And at least you trying. And at least you, whatever the fuck y'all popping off. Like, nigga, I can use all this shit to my advantage to get what I want. At some point, I just gotta figure out how, and I gotta figure out quick, cause y'all niggas is throwing shit. Y'all, I don't really know how this gonna go, and I'm like, for the benefit of everybody, like, it better go with me getting out of here with my brother. Nigga, what the fuck? Like, oh, okay, so you gonna get us this far. Alright, whatever you gonna do was gonna, nigga, you was trying to do what with who? Like, oh, let me put this out there. And I'm like, I don't even know if is this one of the ones that's supposed to stay? Well, I'm going to come back to it. Like, I know I'm going to come back to it. I'm trying to figure out where I trailed off. Like, there was something else happening. It was a cabin. That shit was specific. Like, it was a cabin out in the woods or something. And, like, the location, this shit was important. And for these reasons. And I was like, all right, well, we can do it. And, like, where we gonna settle down, so, and like how and when this should look, but like we was always going back, like, oh no, nigga, I just gotta figure out the location and make sure I got his number dialed in, like, to my extent, or write it down, like, shit, ain't nobody gonna separate that shit for that, like, no, like, And I don't ever even think about his being or his, like, I can't do it, that umbilical cord, my attachment to my brother, like, I can't ever really see it from his side, like how much he was dialed into me or like anything, because like it seemed like the men don't understand spirituality here, like for real, like they don't really understand, like they don't understand like nurturing, they don't understand like protection, like sacredness, like they don't understand. They only got that. They can only be attached to that. Like any of the men that was like dancing like umbaku, like I'm like, Winston Duke. Oh, he was a freaking big old teddy bear. Like I'm like, if he was one of my supernatural men, like he probably was part of one of the bear clans, like. Oh, I'm like, and I never even thought about it beyond that. Like, like I'm seeing my books in Live and Purpose. Like, it's my shifters. I never thought about it that part. Like, until just now. But yeah, and he was such a jewel. Like, such a big bear. His heart was so huge, and like still like, hey, like I'm coming for the throne too, however you look at it. Like, yeah, let's laugh about it, but hey, all that shit that y'all was popping, like he had something to say. No matter how you can see it. And I'm like, I want to explore his some more too. But I don't really ever make it to the comic books. I be feeling like I am going to. Like, I'm gonna get to the comic book. And then I'll be like, how authentic are they? Like, to the original, like, how close can you keep the energy? Because even now, like, I don't even remember tapping into Black Panther, even though, like, or any of them, even though I was a freaking comic book nerd. Like, I loves my comic books. I don't even remember. I'm so out of touch of that world. I'll be like, I got so much information, like, so what about all this shit? I just want money. Like, why I ain't got the fucking digits to, like, a damn bank account? I was like, for a minute, somehow I tricked myself into thinking I needed to be, like, like in love. I'm like, I do. Like, I was like, but like right now, I was like, where the fuck did the love part come in right now when I was like all about my money and business and like popping my shit? Like, I mean, it was options. Like, yeah, he was about to on his way out anyway because he wasn't. Like, what are we doing? Like, what? I came back again and you ain't even ready? Like, oh, don't you fucking worry. Like, this gonna be it. Because after this, I'm landing wherever the hell I was supposed to land. Because how you mean we been popping this shit since 2000? I'm like, was it 2010? I'm like, yeah, because it was before the book. It was a while before the book. Like, I'm like, it was before the book. I met Marcus in Canada before the motherfucking Pain and the Promise came out. Like, and I'm like, because I'm like, always kind of, I'm like, well, I think I stopped having sex in 2009. I was like, so, I'm like, and I think I met him afterwards. Like, I think I met him in 2010. I'm like, and, online on Black Planet. I'm like, and we hit it off. I'm like, that shit was a movie. It was a dream. Like, I'm like, oh, and I used to be like kicking it with him, like tagging it with him in my mind and didn't even realize it. Like, it's like energetically I could follow him somehow. Like, I think he was like, I'm like, wait, is that Aubrey? Is that Drake for real? Like, how? I'm like, what do it matter though? Like, I'm like, why am I supposed to know that or think it's like so important or special? Like who is he? And then, like, people like that not even being a thing as I'm trying to, but me not even knowing, like, cause that just came to me. I'm like, wait, that happened? Did that really happen? Did that really happen? I don't know, but I was so tapped into to Marcus, my online connection. Like, I hit it off with him in my head, like, immediately. And, like, it felt like we was always in some type of dance together. Somehow, like, the communication was, the flow was there, and then it was not, and then it was, though. And then, like, it would be, like, little things that would be getting me mad. Like, hey, I want to see your face. You said you wanted to see my face, and I obliged. So, like, let me see your face. And he used to be like, no, it's different. And I'm like, what is so different about some shit? And he always used to be like, I couldn't get it. Like, why can't I get it? Like, what's the problem with you want it? Like, you understand why I want it and that I want it. He used to be like, just send me another picture. And I'm like, no. And then I always used to give in, and I would be so mad that I gave in. Like, you don't get it. Like, you don't get to get it. And he just like, you don't get it either. And I'm like, I know, so tell me so I can get it. But he never wanted to tell me something. Like, I'm like, why this shit gotta be so confusing? Like, I don't want confusing anymore. Like, it should be so easy. It should have been so easy so many times to do what you said you was gonna do and get here. Like, why ain't you here? What the, like, and then thinking that you ain't never gotta respond or answer to it. Like, and then I'm mad at myself. Like, why am I even over here? I'm like, because I know who he is. Like, I know, like, this heart and like everything that we planned together, even though it ain't even gotta be that. And now I'm questioning, like, did we even plan anything together, or was it just me? Like, man, did I make this shit up at this point? Like, it's been such in the air for so long. Like, nigga, did I make up a whole ass situation? And like, I guess I could have. Like, I guess you could. Like, and like, what do it matter? Like, if that's the case, all the shit is made up. Cause, nigga, that shit was made up then, and that shit too. And like, none of the shit mattered. And on top of that, like, all the shit that I've been fucking popping and shit didn't go down the drain too. Like, this shit is disappointing. Like, nigga, I've been connected to so many motherfucking men of status and stature and like men that love and protect and are creative and like that know honor or that are like my soldiers, my warriors, and my intellect. Like, man, I've been connected to so much money, to so much opportunity of my own my kind. Like me, and now my ass is still over here with y'all, like trying to figure some shit out for y'all. Like, and ain't nobody trying to figure nothing out for me to make sure I got a safe fucking landing. Like, all the niggas I've been connected to, ain't nobody see that this shit was gonna happen. Nobody was like, damn, whatever, she can't remember or what. Nothing. Nobody was looking out, huh? Nobody was fucking looking out for me enough. Nobody else knew it was a thing to do it, no matter what the fuck you stand on. And then I keep getting messages like, well, if you just turn around, if you just look the other way, you're missing something. And I'm like, I don't know what to miss. Except for the fact that I know there's some help out somewhere. Yeah, but where's that somewhere? Because I keep missing the beat. Like, no matter what, it's like boom to me, and then boom, 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 and then like that shit hit the ground. And I'm like, okay, and here goes something else. And like, am I not supposed to follow it? Am I supposed to follow it? Like, I don't have the rules for nothing at any point in time. I just gotta try to freestyle it. And if I gotta freestyle it, then shit, why can't, alright, I guess, like, and when I notice, like, I'm the only one that gotta freestyle it that way, this way, I'm like, well, then what do that supposed to mean? I don't know. Like, it means that I'm supposed to go there, but I can't. Like, man, y'all niggas always trying to kill me somewhere or somehow, like, trying to prove a point. Like, what the fuck did y'all sacrifice me to? Like, every goddamn Sunday. Like, deciding that, like, me and my open ass had to be on in this shit on a sacred day. Like, y'all niggas decided and y'all got together and agreed that Sunday was gonna be sacred, whatever. Like, y'all was gonna mix our shit with they shit every time. And say that they made you do it. Who the fuck made you do it? Who made you do what? What? Who made you do it? Who? What happened? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me when niggas wasn't fighting back. A little bit. I don't know. And if you ain't fighting back, then just say you might have been fucking curious. Like, it came in by the millions and just like pinned us down and like, you tell that shit to your kids. Like, well, my kids ain't gotta know that shit. Like, I don't wanna be knowing how to say. I don't be like, ooh, I gotta be still, gotta be. I gotta kind of like, ooh, I gotta be a little careful just because I ain't met them yet. Just because I don't know if we aligned enough to get to know each other. Like, I don't know if I got the right protection. Like, because there's still shit that I gotta do to make sure. And I know that, like, some of these niggas can get dirty real quick, whatever way it go. Like, if somebody want to do something, they gonna do it. So I'll be like, and I ain't never really think about it that way, even though I know it's a thing. Like, alright, like, keep it cool. You ain't gotta say too much, even though you can say enough. Like, yeah, first they're gonna be shutting niggas' pages down, and like, here go the new one. Like, alright, yeah, here you go. Like, thanks for getting me the information. I put that shit on everywhere. Like, yep, and this too, and I knew it already. But so I'm like, am I like, them niggas be in the dark. I'm like, maybe they like to be in dark basements and shit while they figure shit out. I want to be about fun. Yeah, I need a big ass expense account, and I know I needed to be a diverse portfolio, preferably gold, silver, like minerals. I want all my shit back because y'all don't know how to do nothing. Now I'm like, is anybody everybody lined up for for the boss to be able to cross right over? Like, was we just getting out all the information that we needed? Because I know I was supposed to be working and be on somebody's team, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I ain't say I was working for nobody, and if I am, like, well, what the payout really equal to was all that shit. Like, all of it, yeah. I'm like, well, I guess if some shit happening, of course it would need to equate to business and everything. Like, wherever the money at, it's gonna be where the money at. Round that shit up. Like, something's going on, something. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna try to round up as much evidence, but I know I ain't gonna be able to remember none of this shit, cause nigga, who knew anybody was coming? Like, was y'all knocking? Did you knock? I didn't hear. Did somebody not tell me something they were supposed to tell me on purpose? Like, somebody trying to attack me? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, right there. Boom, boom. I guess I wasn't on schedule somewhere. Like, and if that's what y'all thought y'all was supposed to send my way, okay. And I guess, like, all that shit y'all used to pop back there, like, I wish a bitch would beat your ass when I first met you. Well, I guess it would have been another bitch, right? Like, okay, what the hell? Like, why? Because I was using my words, because I had just came from another place and was like, a fucking bookworm. Like, oh, which word did I use that made you feel some kind of way? Like, motherfucker. Oh, okay, I was channeling Samuel, but what I say, I don't know, let me see. Samuel Jackson be saying motherfucker all the time. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, like, yeah. And of course he would be in here talking to me, and of course it would make sense. I'm like, he got married. When he get married all the years? I don't remember him being married. I'm like, I saw an article that he was, he had been married. I'm like, he had been married. I'm like, I think they be making up stories. They be making up stories and selling their stories and shit themselves. Like, but I don't know what that means. But I guess, like, did you living the life? Let's just turn on the camera. And whatever come out, and that's really all we gotta do all these days, and we get on, get some, make our money our own self. Like, damn, y'all ain't tired of going to work? Oh shit, y'all niggas need them niggas to tell y'all where to work and how to work every time. Like, no, let me tell you how to, you do it your way. Like, I think it's about time everybody needs to know that, like, y'all don't have to go to work no more. Oh, all that shit is a job. Like, y'all just want more jobs? We ain't together enough to, like, spread that shit across the line on that. Oh, I got it. Well, I figured it out. Yeah. I figured out how we could just, like, do whatever that shit is. Like, I've been trying to unravel, like, my shit into y'all shit without, like, using too many words to, like, get it across. And I'm like, you know, with all my new abilities, can I just, like, transport it into their head? Like, yeah, like, whatever he doing, I had already said I was gonna do. And them niggas is, how is he doing it? Like, somebody gave my shit to them on purpose? Like, because I know that I keep getting messages of somebody hacked into my computer, and I'm like, well, ain't nobody hacked into my computer if they wasn't getting this money together. Like, if somebody decided that I was taking too long to do my story or whatever, I'm like, and I guess it would have went through over here because, like, the kids probably in my shit. And I'm like, and I got a lot of shit with the kids in my head, and I thought it was cool. Like, I don't care if the kids in here, that mean my ass is protected. That mean that whatever kids is in here, that's, they fucking with y'all. Like, they like, hey, no, this ain't enough. Like, that's my favorite aunt. Like, They was all in here like, you said what about Nikki? Auntie Nikki? Like, my little Wazzy was in here, Nugget, Waya, like, Smushy, them all the kids. Like, I'm like, what happened? What y'all? And they just like, they don't treat you fair enough. No, you need, we just trying to figure out if they knew or if they understood. Like, you deserve better than this because that ain't how you do no friend. Like, let me see how you treat your other friends. Let me see. Now we gotta think about all the stuff we done heard and gotta go and look into stuff. Like, so you think this would be okay for me and not this? Who? Why? Who said? Like, I heard Sierra Mia, like, I told y'all before that it was Nikki. Like, she got me over here. I came over here with her. She came in the door first, and then we came later. Like, so how now can you say that, like, you don't think she appropriate? Well, I don't think you appropriate now. Like, who the hell is you? Oh, we cuss over here. Like, who the fuck is you to tell me that she is a problem? She the problem. Why the fuck would she be the problem? Like, oh, they don't know. They don't know her. Fine. I'm her daughter. I'm her daughter. I'm hers. Hers. She let me do that back then. Like, oh. That's what y'all niggas be doing to her when she come to these churches. And then y'all be what, going to have more sermons and getting paid for the shit or something? Like, He told her she couldn't come back. She can't come back for moving. She was rebellious. Well, I guess so. Let me show you. Don't talk to me like that. Like, nigga, I don't even just. Oh, I guess that's why that nigga be feeling the same way, huh? So I guess y'all slow brothers, but so let me tell both of y'all niggas together. I dragged that nigga into the table, like. I don't know if you think this appropriate. Like, I'm trying to compare y'all niggas together now. Like, cause he don't do that. Whatever it is, he don't do that. Like, he don't try to tell me nothing. How the hell you gonna try to do it and say it's a punishment? Like, you about to punish me. You punish me. So, like, I'm supposed to be out in the desert? Like that? Oh, that's what y'all did to Jesus? I pop that shit back to the desert all the time. I'm like, oh, my man is in the desert. Like, I'm like, damn, I didn't get my tarot read in Africa, but every time I got my tarot read, they always said my man was on another continent. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess he would be, because technically, like, even when Jessica, no, Jennifer, she read Jennifer, she told me too, like, I popped in your tarot in Asia because you let Jennifer read. I'm like, oh my God, she here. Like, did she ever think about me? And I popped through your memories and you still got my picture. I'm like, okay. And I just took a ride through all your little shit. Like, I'm like, is she over here? I'm like, why ain't they teach her? Like, they don't remember the circle? And you wasn't in the room, but you pictured it, and yours had slime. I'm like, oh my God, you did it. Like, you did a whole pentagon and everything in your goddamn living room, and you called that shit to the table. And like, oh my God, you opened the doors of hell and heaven in your living room, and you said, okay, you did your own circle. You said, so they do it like this over here on all that must mean something. And if I draw it like this, and even if I'm pulling in all of my native ancestry and African symbols and stuff, even if I decided to put them on me, like, I'm calling everybody to the table and tell them that I am unhappy. And I am not wanting to be on this side of the realm at all. I actually want to do the same thing that she did, and I want to land somewhere else, like closer to this, and I have done enough, and I can do it. So here's what I've come up with so far. You can take that. Like, here you go. This is my fucking reward and sacrifice to get up out of all of this shit. Because, like, not only did I take what he did, and I grew it way, way, way bigger. Like, I did it, like, so much more. So in my head, like, and with the ancestors and with the connections, like, everything was on purpose. It all came together. It's so complete, and they can just build off of there. But just when I come to the table with, like, it frees all of this other shit. It frees that story and that story. It makes everything, like, balanced. Because, like, whatever you did right there, it was just, like, for, like, the story came to you. We're going to help our sister. Like, we're going to start making sure that we can get some stuff together so that they can get over here, so we can get some balance. We're going to wipe the slate clean because we're going to know that nobody knew anything. Like, so here you go, like, with that. And, like, let me get out of here because it's still been so horrible. It's still been so trifling. It's still been so disgusting, y'all, because of that fucking energy. Like, I don't want it. Like, why did I have to go through any of that for it to get here? And even if we wanted to bridge to get back together, it couldn't have started at a different one, because I'm pretty sure that if somehow my magical ass was a ball of energy that came in here, that, like, if I would have already been just right here, if it was just like my grandfather telling me how far he got while he was doing a story time, then I would have just been like, oh, boom, boom, boom. We could have did all that back there, and, like, how different it would have been. Instead, somebody was like, let me put her over here so I can boom, boom, boom. Like, supposed to breed her, make more of her, like, right here. Like, do you think this is appropriate right now? No, bitch. No, 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 no. So I'm just kind of like, I don't want to be here. Like, nothing is sacred. Like, at what age do, like, girls really get protected? Do they really get to be fucking princesses here? Do they really get to, like, you get to roll out the red carpet for them? Do they really get to, like, be soft and make sure, like, the next few generations are taken care of? Like, when do they get to have her and her husband and her? Like, when do they get to keep that? Why don't they get to just, like, talk they shit across the fucking world and it not be so much of outside noise coming in, like, to be like, oh, and cause so much disruption and everything else? Now everybody's on guard and now everybody's digging and, like, whatever. Like, I don't know, when it could have been just like, you say this is like, let's protect her. Like, let's protect her. Like, why don't we live in a world that automatically goes there? That's it. Like, I don't want this world that, like, everything has to be, like, why does that shit have to be a thing then? Like, what part is the issue? Like, and then if it got that way, even if it took all of that for it to catch his attention, like, it caught his attention and it was nothing. Like, because sometimes shit do get loud. He was like, ah, but he was concerned. Like, he went to see. And sometimes, like, to know that there is some very, like, it's some people, it's, since money is the issue, and people gonna do what they can for the issue, and they just be like, not really caring whether your reputation can take it. They just feel like it will. Like, oh, nothing will happen there because it's them. Like, they'll be alright. They got people around them. Even if they do, like, they dream was, they got the, whatever it is, like, that people feel like they can now have because it's there. Like, because you're there. Like, oh, his reputation can handle it. Like, yeah, and we're going to put this out here to make sure that it gets seen this way. But, like, she won't be able to handle that attention, and you just be deciding that like somebody else can, and like y'all niggas be doing numbers, and it be like, did you even think about like maybe the truth would it be better, and it wouldn't like have it could have been whatever, like if some shit couldn't be together, they couldn't be together, like. And there be so many stories and so many people doing fucked up shit, like making some decisions that's so fucked up for their benefit. And the ones that do it for like no reason, like just because they woke up and that they can be bullies, like it is. Like, and some shit I just kind of stay out of. Like, I think. Because some people be like, oh, it got to be look like this. No, at some point you an adult. Like, at some point that shit is like life. And they can get as deep and it can get deep. And like, people can come to you and whatever that shit means for you. Like, you got your brain, you think of some shit yourself. Like, some shit you just figure out on your own. Like, figure it out. I don't know. And some shit can go a lot deeper. Like, then some of y'all be wanting other people to have all the responsibility for some shit and like, you have none. Like, oh, I don't have, like, whatever, like, everybody have their shit, and this shit, like, I ain't never even considered about nothing, nobody else shit for my shit, like, nigga, this shit is what I'm going through right now, and all of this shit is important, and it matter, and, like, nigga, I know I'm a lot of shit, and it can be decided that I'm a lot of shit, and whatever it go down, it's gonna be what it's always been, what it's always is, and I know that. And I'm just like, how far along are we as a people, as a culture, as anything matter? Like, what is anybody's fucking new constitution or is? Or like at what point in time do we be like, oh, well, in their constitution and their, like, we have so much information that say, like, hey, fuck them, go this way and draw your fucking line in the sand, like, y'all be over there and we be over here, and like, yeah, y'all can keep all y'all bills, like, here y'all go over there, because technically we are the motherfucking nation, like, we us, and all those accounts and shit can be given to us, like, and whatever our allies that came through the line, like, give them all their shit and all, yeah, y'all gotta take that shit and bring it back, like, bring it back. And now I'm just been figuring it all across so that when we get our shit together, we already knew what to do with it. Because you don't get to tell me to, like, y'all giving other people my fucking money. Bitch, I cover all that shit across the board. And they do too, on some end. Like, and yep. And when we got here, it was already some shit in motion. And we just picked up all the women and shit across the board. Like, shit, la 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 la. I saw us dancing and singing and having a circle. I'm like, oh, we all came back into the mother tongues and everything during the same time. Like, we've been tapping into each other's like cultures and like deeply between just us across the spectrum. Like, I can live over here. I can come over here, come live. Like, showing just how fucking sacred and honorable we can be with each other, and it's just spreading out. And I'm just like, hey, I want to go help my sister. Like, why wouldn't I want to come help you and do this? Especially when I know that, like, I done had that job under there. Like, I'm like, I can't pronounce her name. And I'm like, I think it's Tulicia, but I can't see it. But I'm like, Tulicia. But I think I said Tulip when I first saw it, and I was like, no, I have to be honorable with her name. And she has the orphanage, and I'm like, I dreamt that for me so many years ago, and I was that young, and I had a orphanage and together and everything, and I'm like, I could actually probably go off and start this right there, but then I'm gonna be right there, like, trying to ask for money. I can't do that. Like, I gotta get us something different. It gotta be different for us. Like, we can't be, we gonna need way more protection. And Chrissy told me, she said that, like, you She was like, you named your everything correctly and you still going. You gonna make some adjustments, but not to that. Like, no, your purpose is you gonna be the mother. Like, you gonna bring the babies home. You gonna make sure that they are safe. You gonna make sure that they are safe across the board, and you gonna bring everything, every piece of it. They gonna be secure. They ain't gonna be getting touched. You gonna make sure that you got everybody that you trust. And like, no, they gotta be able to fucking do whatever they want, wherever they want to go. It's gonna be supervision. Hell yeah, they gonna travel. My baby's gonna travel. They gonna, what the fuck? Why wouldn't they? Like, why wouldn't they be able to have it? Be able to, no. That next life gotta be, it gotta be just as soft. Like, shit, I got introduced to this quick in my life. I did. Like, Lauren to be able to be under Nip and the way y'all, he left the world, he left this place early. Like, so, like, of course, that's going to be a different type of man, and why shouldn't she be able to have it? And, like, just for the men to know, like, where they need to boss up to first, like, because you don't, like, that, those attractions are, they just happen, like, you can't stop that, and so many people be wanting to stop something, like, and I understand, like, something in one way and in another way, it's like, no. Because if it's natural and it's happening, that's the stuff that you allow. That's the stuff that's supposed to evolve. That's the stuff that's supposed to be like ordained. Like, that's what that means. Like, okay, like, let's pop it however we pop it. And if you create a environment where it's just allowed to flow and pop it, like, beyond that, like, you automatically got your protect, like, especially so close up, like, that's why this the perfect time, like, whatever happened, whatever choices was made for whatever reason, like, all right, all the information we got, this is the perfect time, blessed, like, gifted along everything to say, like, we right here, what we gonna do, like, what do we care about, what do we, nigga, hey, let's set the fucking foundation. Like, they had the Constitution and we was over there, like, wherever our people at, whatever we gonna do. And everybody put your hat together and, like, nigga, we at the round table. Protect us where need to be protected. Like, you can't tell me that them niggas smarter than me. Like, whatever the fuck they doing, they shit is getting done on their table. Like, and they playing in our face every day through that. Like, so where are they doing it? Like, get down to business, and I'm gonna help the best as I can. Like, them niggas is unraveling. Like, everything got money. Like, everything got a dollar attached to it, and I pop that shit with my people the best way I can. Like, you over here, and she love you and everything, and like, you grew up over here, and if they ain't talk to you about money or nothing, or if they kept you sheltered or whatever it is, like, it don't got to be a bad thing. It's just like, now you need to see something at a different level without it being like anything that make you push back like this. It's just like, this is the shit. Like, everything come with a dollar sign. Everything come with energy like that, and that's attached to energy. So, like, if she want to do something and, like, she always got to work and she working this much and this coming to this, so even if she wanted to go on a vacation, but she can't. But, like, so can we make this shit at least, like, as nice as possible? Like, if I can't get to seem to afford to be over there like that, like, where's the balance? And, like, it seeming like nobody really understand that for women, period. Like, we try to say, like, no matter how gracious we are, no matter how understanding we are, no matter how kind we are, no matter how loving, like, y'all pop all that shit. When we try to say, like, all right, this is how I need you to be for me to feel safe, like, all of a sudden, like, Niggas got their own problems. Niggas' problems is they can't handle something more. And I'm just like, is it a joke? Like, is it a joke? Why you telling me that, like, you can't do something because, like, your mom, like, you lost your mother? Like, when you lost your mother, what happened? You had a house and some people there, and, like, y'all was just trying to figure out y'all family dynamics and shit. Like, okay, like, and I be popping shit to my knees, and she be like, yeah, I don't know about none of that, so I'm just saying, if you want to be over there, this is what I'm going to tell you. No matter what, I know she like, nope, I ain't about to stay here. I'm going to flush that ass. And ain't nobody going to know I'm, that shit that you be watching, my ass is going to pop up somewhere island, like, I don't know nobody, like, this is my new identity. Yeah, I'm going to take my shit back. Nobody else can touch me. Like, them niggas keep trying to touch me. I'm like, where is my fucking... No, because I'm just trying to figure out, like, I know I said that y'all, I'm owed a few men, and I am, but, like, and I seen them. I see them all perfectly, but I'm like, ain't nobody here yet, and, like, neither is my money, and like, if I gotta choose, like, give me my money, it'll attract somebody anyway, like, you know, like, I wanted them. I got the prototype now. Like, or it's like they'll come either way. And so everything I told myself is true, cause he gonna still cover me. It's gonna come through him, and they gonna work for me anyway. Hell yeah, they gonna work for me. But easy as a summer dream, like easy as a Sunday morning. We gonna work. We gonna work, and we gonna fucking delegate. Cause the fuck we here, like. And I'm just like, yeah. Aubrey said it. I gotta be special. He been waiting his whole life for me. So I'm like, well, why he over there? And Bakari said the same thing too. So I'm like, well, why you over there? Like, then Curtis ass was talking shit. I'm like, yeah, go fix that shit and then come back. Go fix it and come back. Yep, go fix it and come back. Your little ass, like, then I'm like, oh wait, Chris said I had to go younger. Chris and Jebria, I'm like, oh, y'all running the damn system up. Like, y'all can't tell me I gotta just choose one of y'all. Like, I dumped everybody back there. Like, I'm like, yeah, everybody can have fun and choose who y'all want. I already called dibs. This is my shit. Like, why the fuck we gotta be stuck to somebody's rules and shit? And then Kanye popped back up. And I'm like, oh, nope. So you got the message, nigga. You got the message quick. Got the message quick. Start. Now, I don't know what the fuck you doing. Like, is you trying to make me mad? I think you trying to make me mad right now. Like, I'm like, they told me my brother was coming back to me and he was going to be fucking with me for a minute. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, why he got to cause a problem? Why we just can't go sit on the damn beach and be talking or something? Like, yeah, like, or making some money or bossing some people around or I don't know. And just like, I'm like, well, who the fuck does that come through? Like, who is he fucking bouncing in and like, what is he trying to tell me? And I'm like, all right. And they came up here and like, yeah, your fine ass. Everybody know you fine and smart and like, so you just gonna pop up over here or you gonna pop up through there? And I see all that, but like, all right, so I get you how many times? Like, how many times did you manifest? And I'm like, yeah, I think 50 went in and like went to town. Like, hey, why is she over here? And I'm like, no, you ain't talking about me. You talking about her. Yep. No, I don't need nobody to represent me. Like, I needed somebody to take your place for a while. Who took somebody? Everybody take my fucking place. Like, I'm like, oh, it's too much shit. I guess y'all did need that shit. If y'all needed all that shit for that, like, yeah, take whatever. Like, like, yeah, y'all handle that shit down the line. When we get up here, can we just go? And here, I've already got my people. Like, I need to be. I'm like Teeny. I called her Teeny, and then when she told me her name, I'm like, oh, I saved it because I gotta remember that. I'm like, I'm gonna see her and her little Anton, like they pop they shit. Like I like them. I'm like in my head making a team of shit. I'm like, oh, so like we can do that and be sponsored by them, and we can do this and like so we got our team and like yeah, I popped it with him and like we done did all kind of stars. Like if I got to switch thing, I'm talking about in my head talking about switching people. I'm like, all right, well we switching like. Who decided? Like who decided was gonna be my I'm gonna make my own damn team. Like he showed up and he showed up quick, but first it was Banner and I'm like, oh Banner set his ass down quick. Like, well sit down then. Sit down next. And then I'm like I think Curtis is over there laughing at him like them niggas just taking bets about something. Y'all taking bets about me? Y'all knew I was coming out? Like well, what's coming out? I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just keep it going. All kind of shit was going through my head. I'm like, oh yeah. And she said they cut my gas off. I'm like, why would they cut my gas off now? Like, that shit don't even make no sense. Like, it's fucking winter time. You can't cut it off at this time. Like, I ain't cutting that shit back. Give them niggas that much money to cut that shit back on right now under this program. Like, why the fuck would I reach in my pocket? Like, nope, take that shit back to the beginning. Like, the only thing I can leave in my house for is to make sure they niggas take care of their responsibility. Like, no, I ain't doing that. I'm supposed to be a princess. I've been trying to get back to that. Like, if I gotta make it happen myself. Them niggas made me come in and take care of myself, and that shit was dirty. Like, y'all can't get it right. They don't get to have no damn what? You don't get to have no claim to me under that shit. No, nigga, I ain't that kind of. I don't want to be there. Like, even my hell gonna be pumping. Like, nigga, y'all nigga shit is nasty. Like, you ain't even say nothing else, so it's gonna be hot. Well, I like the heat. Hell yeah, let me see how hot I can get it. Like. I ain't realized that like the church kids came in here and they was just like, hey, we've been laughing at your ass forever. Like, you are so funny. You came in and we was like, whatever we heard about her, like, let's see what she do this time. Like, how long she gonna stay over there? Cause you went through the basement and you said you told them niggas like, hey, I'm fighting my way out this bitch. Like, oh, this bitch wanna fight. Like, this bitch wanna fight me. She wanna come. Okay, like you finally told that shit out in person. Like, this is what happened. I can't even remember what I remember. Whatever was happening, like, accumulated to them niggas, like, and whatever I caught that shit happening outside, I'm like, they arguing. Who are? Well, I guess they would be arguing, and it would be about me. And, like, it probably would be one of the girls that said something, and, like, yeah, they probably liked them. Of course they would. Like, why wouldn't they? Like, I like him. Like, shit, he hot. He the hottest thing around here for real. And yeah, they said whatever they said. It was because they was trying to get their old shit across. Like, shit, if they want to look at him, they want to look at him. And they might be trying to figure out, like, if I got to be a problem or a friend or just how they can get in too. And I'm like, nigga, I don't really care. And, like, I mean, I care enough that it's still a secret. Like, keep that shit low to the ground. Only because y'all know this bitch be on some trash. Like, if more of us start, like, I'd rather not. Like, it's been working this way. Or I guess if he go that way, like, and nigga, I just need that shit to be quiet. Because this nigga be tripping. Like, this nigga be running to tell his mama everything. I'll be like, I don't like him like that for real. Like, and he ain't here. My hormones be going crazy because all this shit that I done been through. Like, niggas been touching me forever. And I'll be like, and then sometimes it be like, all right, well, touch me here. And then it be like, but not for real. Like, I be feeling so disgusting when it happen. And I'm just like, no, I'm going to fight that. I'd rather fight it here. Like, I'd rather just, like, fight through this to do that. Like, because one time that shit got, and I was like, do I want it? But, like, your body on fire, that shit is on fire. And I'm just like, Why can't I never have like the eternal fire? I don't give a fuck about my shit being the eternal fire. Let me be in fire as long as I can fucking satiate that bitch how I want to. Like, y'all niggas be trying to decide what the fuck is supposed to be eternal too. Like, Like, y'all niggas be really like kidnapping girls and like taking them against their will so that you can like tie it up. Like, and your shit respond to that? Like, no. No. Your ass had a deformity or something, or like what? You think it's y'all think it's sexy? No. Like, I don't care about nobody's psychology. Like, Like, y'all niggas still learning from these niggas? Like, in these books, these new books? Like, what the copyright to? Yeah, y'all make them. Oh, okay. Like, they philosophies and shit still so honorable, and then y'all come in my communities and y'all don't even fucking understand shit, like, or y'all understand just enough, like, I don't know, because even in here, I gotta fucking keep telling y'all why certain shit don't make your sense, and I'm gonna do it all the way across the board, like, yeah, I did it over there, and y'all shit just look like this, like, nigga, pop, like, whatever I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna go through it all, like, put all that shit on the books, all of it. I ain't gotta go through all that. I ain't gotta touch all that shit at all. Through that way, I can touch it where it matter in the root of it. Like, all of y'all, the mama, the aunt, the cousins, the sister, the girlfriend, the daughter, the next kid, like, everybody. Just, so you okay, and like, yeah, so y'all no, y'all wasn't concerned. Y'all ain't care. You ain't care at all, because if y'all cared as a community, then some shit would have been done. Like, is he breathing? Why he get to breathe? Like, oh, okay, well, then I guess, whatever. Y'all be trying to pretend like y'all got some honor. I'll be like, honor to who? Who they playing nice to? Who they helping? Like, somebody is being kind. What the fuck is kind mean to you? Y'all niggas is lying. Y'all niggas is lying out y'all ass. Yeah, y'all is. Like, you gonna fucking tell somebody that they, that they special, that they mean something to you. A woman that you lay with and then turn around and do something to hurt her. Like, to prove a point. Like, fuck your dusty ass point. And I would. When I was younger, hell yeah. And period. Like, nigga, I get to express myself even if it's a threat. If that's how you take it. And I was just, hey, this is what it is. Like, this is how this is making me feel. And we can decide what you want to do. So, like, either way, I'm saying it. I don't have to live life anybody else's way or figure something out for anybody else that didn't even ever like. So I just came over here and thank you. But like that means that like I still got to deal with some shit that I went through over there. And most people tap out, they can't handle it. And now I'm okay, like shit, I ain't even got to figure it out yet. I get it. And I get it. And he called it. Like, yeah, we tell anybody, like, it don't even matter. For real. Because your ass is the problem kid. So you might as well just get comfortable and just, like, let's make a deal. Whenever she go out, if I want to have sex, you can just, like, we can do that, alright? And I know you pretty young. I'll be as interested as I can, and you're just gonna do it anyway. So just let me be your first. So all that little trifling niggas, please, back the fuck up. And I'm gonna choose my man in this city. So you know, like, it wasn't you, ever. You don't get to have nothing to me, like, no hope, no nothing. Run that shit in the ground. In the motherfucking dumpster, bitch. So let it be known that I, Darienne Nichelle, Bab, told your motherfucking ass no. Multiple times. And I had to run that shit across the board to see where the fuck I might have went wrong. And the fact that, like, I had to do that and each moment was letting your ass think with your body, like, that shit was okay. And I had to feel it and I had to fight against that. And I said, it don't matter, I'm gonna get out of this shit. Give me the right moment. Yeah, whatever it is, like, come through. I don't know how that shit gonna go up right there. Yeah, cause I'm panicking right here, but right here, I need to be calculated. Whatever it is. And I gotta make sure I get the message. Push, nigga, push that right now. Push that nigga off of you. Every single time. And that shit got closer and closer to the top. Don't push me. I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Sometimes they make me wonder why they trying to take me under. I get this feeling sometimes that make me wonder why they trying to take me under. Hey. The edge. I'm trying not to. Ed Lover. I think that was Ed Lover. I had got to a point, I was like, it's time for me to get back into my songs, to my boys want to hear another testament. Like, I gotta open up with Trick Daddy and like Master P and like Gangsta Lean. Like, they telling me they want to hear Memorial, My Life. What was my boy? I'm like, Sean McGee, Life Story. Used to bump that shit. Like, it's a moment. I kept saying, dang, like, why I ain't been able to pop it? Like, right now, I'm smoking herb. Man, this is the perfect time where I should be popping off in the cutty or something. But then on the ride, smoking under the stars. And instead, I'm in here like, boxing? And what? For what? I put my boxing gloves on and went to work. That man told me what the I don't whatever the fuck he said that shit that time. But it wasn't just him at all. It was just the everything and everybody is always fucking something. Like why I gotta come back? Why I gotta go back? Why I gotta come back to Cleveland for real? Because I'll never have enough money to sustain it on my own. No matter how I try to put it together. I never thought that somebody was trying to like force my hand to be a part of their do something they wanted. Like, why the fuck would I do that, nigga? Like, I got me here. The hell? I got me here by myself and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, even when I left the first time, Nisa's family had said that they would help me. They didn't help me nothing. I mean, not like that, but her dad came and like helped us go back to the bus depot and get our bags and like took us to the mall. Like he was a good chauffeur, and I was paying for. We had a taxi driver. Like the Airbnb that I set up had a taxi driver, and then her aunt did cook us dinner, and that was like amazing. And she took us to like the fabric district and like everything, and that was cool. But I was already thinking about my business. Like I was already thinking business at that time. I already knew what I wanted to do. I was just trying to figure out like the different ways. Like I was trying to put the people with it. Like I've been planning my shit forever. I know exactly how it's supposed to look as much as I can. And so that was cool. And then we went to Victoria Falls, and at first I was upset because I was like, I didn't expect to pay for anybody or anything. I felt really taken advantage of. And then like I vented and I was talking to Car, and Car was like pretty much like, it's cool, you know, like I'll just send you a couple other dollars because like I was nigga, whatever money I had is the money I had, and I'm very aware that like I got somebody else's daughter, and like ain't nobody like I'm on a budget too, like I don't, and like we made it happen. It happened, you know, like, and that was it, like, and at some point, like when I mentioned it to Nita, she got offended, and then she was like, well, that was just their culture, and I was like, well, you know that. I didn't really understand that when I went out there, and like you knew I was on a budget, and like whatever, like okay, whatever, it don't matter. Like we made it happen, and then like for it to be coming to me that it was a big deal that I was traveling the way that I was traveling, like and going where I was going, like why the fuck would it be a big deal? Like it's my trip. Like nobody helped me the first time. Like matter of fact, I did something for you. Like I did a favor for you, so. You know, so I was kind of like irritated with that. And I was just like, and I know it's a thing, like for different people be wanting to see different stuff. And I'm like, no, this is my life. I'm going to move it how I move it. I'm on my own thing. Like, I got my own spiritual journey. I got my own stuff. Like, don't nobody get to have no invisible hand in my life. Like, when they not doing nothing to really be helpful. Like, I help people all the time, just from the basis of my heart, and no matter what. Like one time, I got paid maybe $100 a month. I think I charged them like $100 a month or something. Like, but I'm always putting out. I put out just because, like, nigga, what the hell? Like, it's who I am. I ain't gotta brag about it. I ain't gotta say nothing about it. It ain't gotta be no thing. It's just like, nigga, we out here and it's hard, and I want to get the fuck up out of here, and like. I know I'm smart as hell, and I know that, like, when I be popping, and I know where I went and how I did it and put stuff together, and it just never feeling like it's at the next place. Like, and then I'm like, I'm here. I'm like, nigga, my fucking mind's eye was open. I'm like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And like, I know I did all that shit to get here. And hell yeah, like, why wouldn't I? Like, nigga, I've been fucking running this bitch. Of course, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, whatever happening, I'm on a mission. Like, well, I'm gonna be over here, I'm gonna be over here, I'm gonna be over here. Like, nigga, you know, whatever I remember, like, whatever y'all doing, nigga, I'm still who I am. So, I don't care if I can't remember this and can't remember that. Like, I can. And sometimes, like, I knew for a long time, like, it was some shit happening under there. Like, I know I was tapping into some shit as a baby, like, as young. And oftentimes, really even trying to remember, like, the time. Like, they gave me a starting date of, like, the time. So I'm like, okay, and I was over there, and I remember all from that age. It's like, and I remember from that stuff happening. So I'm like, there's other stuff back there. Because I remember even back there, before I got to any of this, or maybe right in the middle, like, whatever's recorded is recorded. But, like, it was like, it seemed like a grandmother and like another toddler or something, and however old I was, like, I know I had to be young, and I remember her giving me back, like, but I remember, like, shadow conversations, but I don't remember who the people are, like, I do think she was back, because she was like, no, she gotta go, she ain't no kid, like, like, she been exposed too much, she done saw too much, she doing too much, and whatever, and, like, I remember being in the high chair at one point, and kind of just, like, sitting there, just sitting there, zoning out, and it being conversation and stuff around me. So I be remembering some stuff, like, I guess I do, but I'm like, it used to, like, really be embedded. I'm like, for a long time, I'm like, I used to live, even as a kid, like, I'm like, I used to live in a brownstone. Like, I used to live in New York in a brownstone. I'm like, I think PA. Like, I'm like, I used to be going back and forth to be PA for like a minute. Like, and then feel like I had a sister or I was with another girl. And then I'm like, was it me and Sandy? Like, before she died? Like, because I can't remember none of my memories with Sandy for real. And me and Sandy was close. I don't ever talk about her. Like, probably because, like, we wasn't really talking when she died. Like, not for real. She started acting funny. I think she was jealous of my relationship with Turner. Like, and then, like, but with the crew, but it felt weird. I'm like, well, why would you? You brought me over here. Like, and we all became cool. Like, and the relationships branched off because everybody different. Like, we like who we like, and it's cool. So I didn't think it would be a big deal. It didn't matter. Like, but then, like, she started ignoring me and shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I, like, tried a couple times, like, sent emails and just, like, because it just was, like, so abrupt. And then I was just like, okay, like, whatever. And then I just had, I had just let it go. But before that, we had went to Vegas. Like, we did a lot of stuff together. We went to Vegas. Like, that was my little crew. That was my little crew. Well, it was like, we used to all do all kind of stuff together. We used to rock out with the band and everything. So, like, it's sad that, like, I be having some really good moments and I can't hold on to them. Because I want something, like, my soul is, like, so weary. And it's like, we can't afford to sit here. Like, it's too much, it's too many people depending on us. Like, we seen a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't have. So, like, now, in order for me to be able to rest at night, like, I gotta get all the pieces together so that, like, I can provide a safe cushion across the board. And I'm like, okay, like, we can do all of this and we can take it down here. Like, I already knew where it had to go. So I'm like, I just completed the puzzle. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I gotta address some other stuff too, cause like my babies is gonna be coming from way all kinds of different things, and they need to be able to be honored across the board. And like the best way we can start is getting rid of that shit. Yeah, like that shit don't get touched. Nothing purging from. And I feel like I said that in the meeting when I was like building my communities in my sleep and setting the rules. Like nobody is like touching them with that shit. Like you're not about to start off giving them the fucking the rules of their ancestors, like the fucking rules and the damn trash, like the bondage of like their fucking ancestors, oppressors, and anything. Like that's what the reason that like that shit is attached to that, and it's attached to that, and it's attached to that. We're not starting them off with that. Like they don't get that. Like no, we can go back to the bottom. We can go back outside. We can go back to fucking walkie talkies and durable damn phones and give the world a break. Like and make sure that it's safe for everybody and like allow people to get into their cultures and allow us to get stable so when somebody come in we can hold them most sacredly. We can allow them the space to figure it out. Like I don't want nothing that's like gotta be running from our fucking womb like that. Like they like to build machines that just suck you dry. Like I need more, I need more. Like, no, let us go and get our shit sacred. Like, we got the playground, we got the rules, and if they got any integrity or honor anyway, then just like, all right, well they doing they shit, like let them. Like if that was the shit, like all the shit they be popping, like prove it. Prove that you don't think that this shit is a problem. Like prove it, get the fuck out the way, get the fuck out the way, like get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way and let us pop our shit our way. Like, yeah, if you mean it, yeah, if you really think that you're like y'all shit was superior, if you really think that y'all motherfucking history wasn't made up, like, nigga, go pop a fucking squat. Like, was it? Was it? Y'all niggas be so ready to have a fit. If anybody say anything about y'all, I'm like, yeah, because y'all shit can't hold up in court. You think you, nah, nigga, your story, okay, no, nope, y'all don't get to have it. And anything that's attached to that, well, nigga, y'all can put that shit right in my bank account. Go over there and start doing some real digging. Nigga, you just told a story and sent some niggas over here. Like, you gonna send your people somewhere in my land to have an operation, set your camp up, send out some shit, and then reinforce. No. Because if I read that shit over here with this, like, it's me. All of it. I came over here and said, me, mine. Mine. I'ma take it. I can't hold all this shit in my head. I gotta send it out there. Damn, here you go. I'm like, damn. I don't like that. But I used to love the sound of music. That was one of my favorites when I got introduced to it down there. And Mary Poppins, like all the asses was singing to me, and I was popping it all in their worlds. Like, even the dark ones wanted to make sure. I'm like, I think I had my buddy. They was calling it Chucky down, and they had to call it my buddy. Popping away through the factory, little Willy Wonka and his, they popped up in here. I'm like, why y'all coming up in here? Y'all owe me some money. So, everything just popping up. Pop. I'm like, well, y'all didn't see me coming. You said you came early. Yeah, but like even then, like how far back was it? Oh, just give us a minute. They've been telling my ass to just give them, we gotta entertain her. been too much. And she still got there. Where is y'all coming in at? Somebody's getting in trouble. And she said, she wasn't taking her time. Alright. What else they say? This. Oh, your baby's gonna tell you what the fuck. What you said. And she said, people don't even matter. But you ain't gonna stop it. In your face. Can I get out now? I'm like, who really decided to come here? I'm like, most of the time, immigrants, us, touch New York. And I'm like, alright, the epicenter. I got it. You got the harbor, you got the flights, you got everything. Like, however y'all coming in, that makes sense. How y'all let them make that shit so expensive then? Like, I'm like, they running up the numbers on purpose. That's fine. That could be their shit. I ain't about to participate. I'm coming in as a visitor. Couple hours, couple days. It's just a drive. I can spend all kinds of time in New York City. Yeah. I consider moving there. I'll start popping and see where, like, my people would be real quick. I'm like, Marcy, let me look up all these girls and see. All of them. New York and the brownstones, where would I live in? And even some of my memories for, like, places I've lived, like, I'm like, that look more like Greece. Like, so I lived in Greece at some point? Probably. That don't make sense. Because I have. Under there, not up here. I'm like, I be having doing a lot of stuff down there. I need us to come together and do it up here. Like, I be mad because they all going over there. Why the hell y'all going over there when I'm coming over here? Maybe if one of y'all asses was doing something spectacular, you would have met me at fucking Madagascar over there. Like, you would have just been paying to stay there, and I would have been like, oh, and then you would have just had a conversation. Like, where the fuck was y'all going? To Paris? Why the fuck they get so, like, y'all so unoriginal. Y'all gotta do the same shit all the time. All the time. And I can't even afford that shit, so y'all trying to stay away. Oh, y'all trying to stay away from me. That can't be true. Hell no. So that means all that shit I was saying, my ancestors was just saying, yeah, them niggas ain't ready yet. So you go over here with your Mexico ass, we ain't gonna, yep, you gonna play that just like it is. Because you don't care. You don't care at all. You like, oh, God. I'll sit here and say it to myself, like, well, I wasn't gonna do shit anyway. So, what we gonna work on now? What did that bring to the surface? I don't like rejection, so it ain't gonna be too many times I do that shit. Alright, we got you. It's like, I don't mind it. Yeah, it could be kind of fun. Like, hey, I'm looking at you. You got way more, like, nigga, you got the camera on you. Over there. No people pushing you to the top. You there. You stand out. Alright. So at this point, it's just like, easier for me to let you know that, like, I see you. I'm gonna stand out too, because everybody ain't gonna do it. I just don't know how much I'm standing out. Because I'm pretty sure, like, it's enough of us doing it. The ones that feel like something can pop off. Now, what does that mean? Well, for everybody, it's something different. Like, you advertising, you giving out babies for $1 million. Well, all right. What that mean? Well, y'all fucking, or you like decided you wanted to surrogate, and y'all fucked the guy, or you took her ass to a doctor. Like I don't know, but you know, you made an agreement. However y'all cash that shit in, like y'all cash it in. Well, was it a one-time agreement? I don't know. It ain't none of my business. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be a stepmom. I'm like, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. I went in deep. When I did it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it right here. All that shit that right here. And that's the thing that's gonna float them. His kids. His status as a father. And that's why I learned, like, oh, if that shit was it meant something, it meant something. Because to him, like, no matter what, who they come from, they mine. Like, they gonna know each other. They gonna be able to figure that shit out themselves. It won't be me standing in the way of, like, them having a soft childhood, like, raising something together. Like, he made sure to make sure his girls knew each other, loved each other, and, like, you knew they was blood. And I'm like, yeah, if man wouldn't do it, that's how you gonna do it. And that's it. Like, I honored him as the father. And I'm like, you want your daughters around more, okay. I don't mind. And I know how you are about your daughters, so you're gonna be worried and like, I already know that shit. And I was like, do I want to do it though? Like, I can do it. It can be soft. And I saw that. And then I was like, but, and I also have my own dream, because at the end of the day, I still want to travel extensively. And not really have to be tied to nobody's, like, fears and all that other shit. Like, yeah, I don't really want my kids to go to their school, so I need to figure out how I'm going to do this shit. And they get to have au pairs and they get to come into this country. Well, if I'm going to be here, or no matter where I'm going to be, like, I get to have an au pair. I get to have a couple. If I need to, like, my shit going to be an international family. Simply because it exists. I can have a nanny, which can be my au pair. Like, whatever I can afford. And either way, whether I can afford it or not, like, I'm still going to reach up and bring somebody in, because if that's what you're doing and somebody's going to get you, let me make sure it's like one of my girls. And then my girls going to start having babies, and they going to start knowing that's what they can do, and like, boom. We bring the women in. And we are making our shit for us. With us, like, as it should be, sisterhood. Like, if you cool, you want to do this for a couple of years, and you decide what you want to do or whatever, like, we can just pop it off. You with the family, like, you already doing, we paying for everything. And, because I don't ever want nobody to feel stuck, like, you can get the stipend too. You okay? I'm like, when I fucking playing business, like, I'm playing for the family. I'm playing it for, like, nigga freedom. Like, we ain't about to get tied into the same shit that we trying to get out, like, that we trying to fix. That don't make no sense. Like, hell no. I'm watching enough of my girls, and I'm like, oh, we all from the same shit. We just want to be left the fuck alone to figure this shit out, right? Like, them niggas put a lot of poisons in our bodies. They put a lot of toxins. They trying to set our asses back for forever. And once again, like, on top of trying to keep up with their shit and our shit and whatever the fuck we do, like, nigga, we burnt out. I know. Ain't really had time to focus on none of your shit, like, for real, until that shit start happening. Until, like, you like, okay, I can eat better. Like, for yourself, and you realize your diet done changed, and you feel like, oh, Nikki already been over here. Like, what's she over there eating? Oh, okay, that's a good thing. And when she throw her party, she got to, ain't none of that. All this is this. So figure out what y'all like and go play in y'all kitchens. And I don't even mind us doing it together. Like, Hell yeah, let's get to a point where we can make cooking shows and we can do whatever. But like the way y'all going, it's gonna be with y'all and y'all, and that's cool too. Like if y'all fix it this way and I'm up here and then y'all fix it down there, like everybody gonna have to have their order so that we can cut that shit across the board. Like we ain't gotta be stuck. We can shit pass it down. Like we got a formula over here. Like hell yeah, we done came together and created some fucking legacies. What the fuck we got going on? So whatever we got going on, it can't be no drama. I'm done for everybody. I'm done for everybody, and everybody go look around because I've been saying too much. And if they ain't getting it, nobody getting it, nobody listening to me. Oh, y'all better tell me that y'all was like getting some shit together because ain't no way in the world, no matter what, I'm sitting next to Eric Grant popping business every time he open his mouth, talk about a dream of his, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we can do this and 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 this, like. And he just said something, and I already been like, oh, you can buy this building and do this over here and do that over here and pop, 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 pop. And like, that's something that Cleveland already need. And that's the demographic right there. Then you buy that right there, you already got this audience. It's already built in. Like, you can recoup your money quick, and then you can have that whole field back there. And then you can already decide, like, where you want to invest after that. Because, like, they gonna start coming in and you gonna have the demographic, and then you can even do this over here and figure out like how you can do the menu and like, yeah, you got him and I'm seeing this and like, damn, but people are changing, like diets and stuff are changing. You can still do that, but it's still like, no, people are changing, like, and we want to be a part of that, right? Like we can still do that, and like you could do this over here, and we even got people over here that you could probably like, we can start our own schools and lessons, like let's bring it out, like, and that be the shit that I'm already popping over here, like, and then when the information comes, it just comes. It's just certain people, and then they be like, oh, well, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you could do like this, this, and this, and like if you put that and you had that, and like, yeah, that's exactly what they do, and then they do this, and then I'm like, whatever, like, I don't know. And I'm like, sometimes, like, I like being with him no matter what on that end. Like, we can always pop business, but I'm like, why the fuck do none of my shit be getting done? Like, ain't no see-through, ain't no matter what, like, it was a fun story. Like, I don't need nobody trying to figure out now, especially if somebody else had to tell you, like, you ain't see my excellence, you ain't see nothing. Like, I know who I am. I am me. I'm trying to do. I think I done did a lot, so I was like, I really had to like, I gotta walk everybody like, okay, or maybe they being gentle with me. I'm like, well, I don't know what that look like, so no, that can't be it. Like, I ain't, somebody was being gentle with me. How? When? Didn't feel like that. Like, no, that ain't nobody's story. I feel like Mary was. I feel like Mary was trying to be gentle with me. She was like, baby, I don't even know what she was thinking, but like she was always looking out. Like, I'm like, I want to travel, and it ain't even like, no, you gotta hold me down. Like, no, just like I really want to travel, and like I can fit the bill. Like, I ain't gotta be no damn body's responsibility. Like, I said, it's a contract, it's an agreement. Like, I'm gonna come over here and do this, and it's exactly what I want to do. Like, yeah, I can volunteer across the country. Nigga, I do this. Like, woo. And if this is it, like, this is the most I gotta, the language barrier. Like, well, we can figure it out with that. And like, oh, okay, like, shit, yeah. That man, and right here, like, yeah, it's a good exchange. Like, how the fuck somebody gonna be trying to talk shit? Like, yeah, I did it. I did it like this. If this is what you got, like, I know I wanted to pop my shit on the track. Like, nigga, that shit be too much. Like, if you want to do it with a family, like, I want to break all that shit down. I even was gonna take like to Python classes. I'm like, the coding. Like, I've been looking into all that. Not even like, oh, okay. But I want to do like a reservation. I'm like, well, I've been popping all the shit that like girls we can get. Like, I'm like, okay, so like they got reservation specialists. Like, so we had airlines or whatever, and like just how the Marriott and stuff be doing. Because I tried to get into that job forever. Like, but I'm like, whatever I do is gonna be remote. Like, I'm gonna try. nigga, I'm gonna set up my shit however and just be like, okay, like, this is what it is. Like, it's remote. And then I was like, oh, you can even do it on the chat. But like nobody ever called me back. So I'm like, okay, like, or a couple of them was like, not right now. I'm like, or like I didn't apply. I'm like, well, all right, well, this is what I got. Like, yeah, this is what I got. Like, I was trying to keep it going because, like, if I keep it going, especially out here, nigga, I gotta come back. Like, I'm out here. Oh, I'm out here. Like, I was out there. I was like, if I get one of my little jobs that I'm trying, shit, I'm at, and whatever I'm putting together, like, we could just be putting the money together at the bank. Like, I could be sending you this and this and this, and we could just be popping that shit however until we get there. But I gotta get the whole big picture first, so I know exactly what my pen is. Because people be getting stuck, they be getting stuck. But I gotta be able to see the whole picture because it's mine. So like, I'm like, shipping is gonna be an issue over there, and then period, like I don't want to, like, yeah, cause nigga, why you don't, nigga, stop you to the ground. I don't gotta work with you. No, I can do it over here, my way. Like, work with you for what? Why? What you did to? No, thank you. No, and over here I can make all my job and we can clean it up because y'all dirt. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Like, oh, now you doing something. Like now you popping off. Like, get out of here. Like, over here. And if we do it over here, like, yeah, I need a representative like me. So I'm like, y'all know that like whatever y'all doing, we could do better. And it's looking like they looking like, ooh, wow. Right, give me a minute. Let me see what memories I can pull up to get in y'all pockets. Like, who associated with who and where and how and what they do. And yeah, I remember I said that shit about you back then. I just ain't about to put it together. Like, your ass trying to get out of something or get in. Like, I don't. Why am I still over here? I be thinking that all the time. Like, hey, why am I still here? What? Like, I ain't out nowhere, especially in the desert. Like, with a pool, with the ocean. Like, I need some sun. Oh, and I kept saying when I was in Asia, but even before then, I'm like, every time, and I'm just like, he in the desert. Like, why is he in the desert though? Like, what ocean is gonna be in the desert? And there's moments where like I've had dreams of just like him walking toward me, like in the desert, and then like Tyrese did that video, like TGT, they did a video, and I'm like, okay. And there was nothing. I'm like, oh, I can have 3 of them. Absolutely. Like, they gotta be like brothers. Like, they gotta know that, like, hey, we ride together. Like, ooh. And when she read it, she kept saying, like, and even here, when I got my tarot read, they was like, a couple times, they was like, he on another continent, he not here. And then like I would even be like, well, Canada on the line. I'm like, but technically like it's North America, it's the same continent, so they telling me like not Canada, but like why wouldn't it be Canada? And they like, and I'm just like, cause you said like give me the top and more. Like if this is my top here, it's blessed past the glass ceiling. And it's like, and I'm like, so where the hell? I'm like, well, that's not a different continent. It's the continent, like, right, it's on the continent. Like, so how you never put it together and get your tarot read when you was in Africa and see if it would have led? And I'm like, because I got to do it when I'm lighting. I was guided. I kept missing. I was like, oh, and when I did it, it was at the perfect time, I guess, like, for me. But I'm like, but it kept coming through as him. I'm like, and they like, because the energy will always have to be there. So you manifested your true person. And it even came through with the reading. Like, I'm like, what the hell is all this shit happening in here? So it's a lot going on. Like, and I'm like, oh, he was gonna have to learn too. Like, you can't control me. You can't control me. Like, I mean, not like that. Like, I can walk away. Like, I can be free. I can be who I am. Like, I had to be like, okay, if it's coming from the desert, I mean, it's coming from like this way, and I love it. Like, ooh, I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. Like, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Like, that's the top of the top of the top. I came back into my royal crown. And how did I get here? Like, I heard so many messages. I'm like, it's a story unfolding, and I can't completely see. And I'm like, he was journeying with me too. So just like how I've been all over the world, like, I'm like, there's some spiritual things that like I missed out on, like, and it's also so special because like I'm missing something so blatantly honest, and I just can't see it. Like, no matter what, like, I feel like I can't hold it. And I'm like, well, where are you? Like, it was so important for me my eyes to be open, for me to just like be so in love all of a sudden. Like, to be like, I'm like, and Chanel kept telling me, and I'm like, and Aubrey said that in his song. I'm like, how I feel like he's singing to me, but like, you're trying to tell me that you fell for somebody else, or I had you, like, we had each other. I was like, it's too many stories. Like, it's too many people. But when he said like he wish I talked to him like I talked to Chanel, I'm like, which conversation was it? Like, when I was talking to Chanel, that somebody was peeking and listening, and like, how the hell you do that? What kind of gift is that? To where like you can just like be peeking and listening and like know that you like tiptoeing in onto somebody else's tarot, because I never do it. Like, it'd be an option sometimes, and I'll be like, how far do that get? I'm like, so you, no, I like to be, like, I'm like, I want to be surprised a little bit. Like, I want it to be, like, I don't want to be, no, I don't want to, I'm like, I don't know how far that can go. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm impeding on his privacy. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm impeding on him. Like, if he being protected, or if he protective, like, or if he like planning something or something, like, or like, will it I'm like, no, I don't want to I don't think I should do that. Like, I'm like, but then sometimes I'm curious, like, what can you get to know? Like, you already know who it is. Like, and I'm like, who you talking to down there? Like, I be having like different, like, I'm like, and what is they telling you, and how you know? Like, what you tiptoeing into? And then never even understanding what that means to anybody. Because I'll be serious, like, don't go down there on my behalf. Like, it was something that I wasn't supposed to know. And if I'm coming in and I'm like knocking at the door, but I'm like going in trying to be like peeking, and I'm trying to be like, wait, nosy, if I wasn't invited, that could lead to something, and I don't want to do that shit down there at all. Like, shit, I don't want to do it up here. I'm careful to do it back. Like, y'all can tell me what y'all want to come to me, because when I start, and some of these doors is still fragile. Like, I don't want shit tipping out. I'm trying to get past any of these doors with anybody else's shit coming out on me. Like, I done figured out enough shit. I done Scooby-Doo my ass enough. Like, get me out. Like, So, like, I'm like, and then sometimes be like, want to be like, what is it for him? Like, what is the journey like for him? Where am I at in his world right now? Like, what is he thinking about? And like, if it is him, then like, where we at? Like, I just be wanting to know. And then, so when I heard Aubrey like talking about sometimes I wish you talk about me like you talk about Chanel. I'm like, talk to Chanel, and I'm like, the only way that could be a thing is like over here, like, because that's what came in so close to when I got that reading, and I'm like, and I kind of almost know the reading, but I'm like, I only got one love reading, like, that was specific to love, and like, me and her popped our shit for a couple times. I'm like, it's Margaret, but even when I said it, I'm like, something is off, like, cause even she was like, she said his name through here, like, she finally said his name through here, and I'm like, well, what that matter? It's like, but I'm like, okay, so I know that like he could just be the vessel. I gotta say it this way, like, and I didn't know how much I was tangling up or not. I'm like, cause like, for me, he the vehicle, like, right now, and then we gonna escort me to the protector, because I've been over here talking to him, like, hey, like, this is what's been going on, like, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm telling you, and so this is what I feel, like, I feel like I'm on a very right track. I feel like I'm on the right track, on the right track, on the right track, and you are my damn angel to them, like, and so like, you gotta know that that mean the same thing for you, like, we could be each other's answer prayer wherever you ready to step in, like, you ready for her, and like, I guess that being like with his little magical self with all the Haitian blood in his damn veins. I ain't know what that meant, because I kept asking. I'm like, all right, I need you to tell me again who you are. He would never do it. I'm like, I mean, I got the information from up here when you said it, like, but just say this shit again, because you know my memory be messed up, and I'm like, it be a couple times I be talking to different people, and I'm like, and we done popped across so many of these damn platforms. I want to make sure that I ain't like tripped up, even though I don't really be talking to too many people. So I'm like, well, you might have somebody else on your connection. Like, who you over there connected to over there? Like, and his ass would never come back down, come back around, and like fix some shit. And I was like, I don't know why you ain't fixing it, because I remember what I remember. But I want the whole story. Like, it's something important about how we met, and all that shit was popping off back then. And like, I'm trying to figure out if I should keep going or I should like let this shit go. But but we still here, and I'm ready to drop you. But I'm like, all right, it ain't hurting nothing. And I'm like, and then the times when I'm there the most, like I needed him the most, like he wasn't there. His ass popped out. And right after saying like he was gonna pop in, I'm like, oh, you gotta go. You ain't keeping, like, you ain't holding me sacred. You ain't holding me honorable at all right now when I need somebody. I'm like, and it happened multiple, like, it was like when Racine died, like my feelings was like, when it hit me in the moment that like she was gone, I'm like, okay, so I know I kept my stuff steady, like from getting the call to coming all the way, making my way to the hospital. Like it was a couple times where I'm like, okay, I'm speeding, I'm going too fast, or like I can't start crying. Like, no, it ain't real. Like, or by the time I get there, that shit is gonna be like, she gonna be back. Like it's gonna be good. And like when I got there and everything, and it wasn't. I'm like, what do you mean it's not? Like, of course it would be. Like, they would have figured it out by the time I got here. Like, and then even seeing everybody around and like seeing the body and like even calling him and just like okay and everything, and then like and then Niche called and she said whatever, because I'm like, I think I had called like what, I don't even remember the whole everything, but like I was like, whatever she said like about Racine, she was like, I heard about Racine. She was like, and I'm like, what? And I was like, I'm like, even though that just happened, it just hit me, and I just started crying. And then like he called in, and I was like, I almost didn't even answer. And then I answered, and then like, I'm still crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like she is really gone. And he seemed like real confused, and he like, well, what did, what happened? Like I thought, like, and I was just like, what? And I'm just like, I don't know. I was like, I feel like I was good, and then like my little sister just called, and she just said like, whatever. I'm like, and then it hit me that like whatever we was gonna pop off like later if we died, and it's cool, you know, like whatever, but just like damn, like, and I knew all of it was possible and happened, and it was like, but I needed my moment to just be to be whatever. And then like something was happening in his background too or whatever, like I think he said something like his uncle or like I don't know, like something about his uncle or somebody had just died or something was going on with his uncle. Something else was happening, and then like on his end, and then we didn't talk like anymore. I think for like a year, and I was like, that's how it felt to me, and I was like, damn, like this moment where I'm going through like some of the hardest, like my emotions, like I really wish I could be held and like literally in the arms of a man, and just like, yes. And I felt so much stuff by myself, like, yes, this is what I want, and yes, this is why, like, and I already knew it was a thing, and I already knew that it never happens for me, like ever, like I don't get to have that type of comfort like ever, and I'll deal with it, like, I mean, what else you gonna do? You don't get to have it. And I remember thinking like I even told my dad, and he didn't even like. It's like everybody backed away from me, and I was like, okay, like I didn't really understand it, and it still happened, and so, you know, I'm like realizing just how much shit I've been through, like how many different situations, how many different anything, like how many times my life has ended and began, and how much stuff in the background that I haven't been connecting, or what somebody else felt like was so important that I be aware of, or something that I said no, it wasn't, like it's not, like just being very firm, and just like nobody gets to kind of dictate on how the fuck I get to decide what's important as I try to figure out like all the other shit that I've been through and everything that is happening to me. Like, you don't get to decide for me. Because it's a lot. It's probably way more than most of y'all have ever tapped into or experienced.